Hi guys, my presentation is on Sergeant Kyle J. White. He was born in 1987 in Seattle, Washington, and he enlisted on February 15, 2006. He attended basic, advanced individual training in airborne school, and then when he graduated, he was assigned to 2nd Battalion Airborne 503rd Infantry Regiment, 173rd Airborne Brigade, at Camp Ederle in Italy. White was then deployed to Aranas in Afghanistan in the spring of 2007, where he would serve as a platoon RTO and be a part of Operation Enduring Freedom. On November 8, 2007, his platoon prepared for movement to the village of Aranas. After bunking in a schoolhouse for the night, the soldiers got ready for a meeting that was to be held in the mosque, but the villagers delayed the meeting with an excuse that their elders were still praying. More and more villagers gathered around the soldiers until one of the soldiers recognized radio chatter that he did not understand in a foreign language, and advised that they leave immediately. His CO cleared it, and they began their trek up to the combat outpost. Villagers accompanied the platoon up the mountainside to the combat outpost when the platoon came under heavy enemy fire up from in the mountains. White reacted to contact as fast as he could until a grenade detonated near him, which knocked him unconscious and gave him a concussion. When he regained consciousness, he assessed the situation and noticed that one of his fellow soldiers, Specialist Kane Schilling, had been shot in the arm. As he was applying the tourniquet, he noticed that his radio was not operational and had been hit. He dragged Schilling to cover when he noticed that one of his other fellow soldiers, Specialist Box, was down and could not move towards the cover that Schilling was under. He then proceeded to drag him to cover and apply aid, only for Box to succumb to his injuries seconds later. Returning back to Schilling, he discovered that he had been shot again, and he applied another tourniquet to his leg with his own belt. He then noticed that his platoon leader was down, and he crawled to him only to discover that he was dead. White knew that he needed to find an operational radio, so he crawled back to Box and used his to establish communication. He was able to provide important information enough for assistance to come. He sustained another concussion after a mortar round went off near him. At nightfall, White was able to establish security around the area. Finally, he requested a medic evac for Schilling and the rest of his platoon. White assisted in helping wounded soldiers into the helicopter. Only after everyone was in the helicopter did he allow himself to be evacuated. They had sustained heavy casualties, but his bravery and his actions while under heavy enemy fire earned him recognition. After that, White was assigned to the 4th Ranger Battalion at Fort Benning from 2008 to 2007. He departed from active duty in May of 2011. On May 14th, he was awarded the Medal of Honor by President Barack Obama for administering life-saving medical aid to comrades and for radioing situational reports. He was the 7th living recipient of the Medal of Honor for either the Iraq War or the Afghanistan operations. In 2013, White got a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Admin from UNC Charlotte and now is a fixed income bond trader from Merrill Lynch. I chose his story because I thought that it was really inspirational, and I thought that he really exemplified everything that the Army has talked to us and all the standards that they have given us. I think that his bravery in the face of adversity and his command and what he did, I thought that it really touched me, and I thought it was really important that he did get the recognition that he needed, because even though I know a lot of people don't get the recognition that they deserve for their actions, I think that his was especially noted because he put the needs of others before his own. He wouldn't let any of his fellow soldiers into the helicopter until everything got situated, and he put himself last and put his fellow soldiers first. So I think that his story was really, really cool, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. Thanks.